up, guys? Welcome back to episode 3, where we're going to recap the game, which wasn't a game, of LIU versus our number 15 Florida Gators. Hopefully, we'll be in the top 10 this week because 2 teams went down, so we'll see what happens. But LIU really wasn't a game, and if Billy wanted to really score 70, he would have made my prediction correct because we beat them 55-0. And then BB3 did a New York Giants type catch down the field, which kind of was like he should be in the running for that award that we spoke about during the pregame, but he's not. So hopefully they put him on the watch list because that was the ESPN highlight reel. And I've got my co-host Dylan Olive with me. How you doing, Dylan?
I'm good. I'm much better after the weekend. It was an exciting game, and I'm excited to be back talking about it.
All right, buddy. What can you give me in terms of insight? I know you just went to the press conference. I know he's not going to elaborate in the injuries until week 3. But what did he talk in the press conference?
Yeah, we got a couple of little things. He mentioned DJ Lagway is completely healthy. He said even after the game, he took a couple hits there, but he was completely fine. He should be good to go for next week. Not too many other injuries that he mentioned. I mean, Florida ended the game pretty healthy. No one really got banged up during the game. I think it'll be interesting. I think we're all on Dallas Wilson watch this week. I think that could be a big one for week 2. I'm tempted to say that if it was a tougher opponent, he would have played this week. But I'm not too locked in on what's really going down. But I think he'll be out there week 2. But other than that, Billy he came out. He talked. He was very confident. He said after the game, it seemed like he was expecting to see some stuff on tape that he didn't like. But today, he said, he only saw. I think he mentioned there was only really like 2 plays that he really bought in on and really got on him about. So I think the confidence, only rise after that game. Obviously, 55-0, it's going to rise. But I think after watching the film, he seemed very confident, and the whole team just seemed super excited about what happened on Saturday.
Is VV3 officially the number 1 wide receiver on the team? Because ESPN was saying that.
I don't know about that, Carlos. I'm still riding with my guy, J. Mike, to be wide receiver 1, Eugene Wilson to be wide receiver 2. But I think, you see the ceiling of this Florida wide receiver group. We've been talking about it all offseason. Everyone that's been at camp has been saying, this is a talented wide receiver room. We finally got to show it on the field, and that's where, it's kind of like camp hype versus actually showing it. And I think, Dallas Wilson wasn't out there. Aiden Mizell wasn't out there. J. Mike only had 1 catch. Eugene Wilson ended up with -4 yards. It wasn't like this insane game on the stat sheet, but, you see Vernell Brown step up, absolutely ball out. He looks like a stud. I think even though Eugene had -4 yards, he had the touchdown, which was a really nice play. J. Mike had a nice touchdown. So, you're seeing the ceiling of this wide receiver room, and I think that makes us super exciting this year considering, how great our defense looked. And then you look on the offensive side of the ball, and you got the talent to be a really good football team.
I was very, very happy with the fact that Trammell got the number 2 QB spot. That affirmed what I was watching on tape. I was like, I told you about it in episode 1. Trammell should be the number 2 QB, and he balled out to me, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, we talked about it. Like you mentioned, we've been talking about it. I was telling a couple people before the game, I said, I feel like Aiden Warner is going to go out there, but I'd love to see Trammell, especially considering the opponent. I feel like that's the perfect opponent to see a freshman and give him some time to play. And I was super surprised seeing him come out there, but he balled out. I think Billy Napier is super high on him. He talked about him in the press conference today, and just every time he talks about him, he talks about how the ball comes off of his hands so fast. He talks about how the spin rate's there. I think they're super high on this kid. And you saw why. Billy Napier mentioned it. The ball was going where it was supposed to be going, and it was going there at, a great rate. So I think they're super excited about that kid. Obviously, I think all the Gator Nation should be. He showed out week 1.
Do you have any breakdown in terms of stats with you? Or I have some on my phone, but do you have anything with you?
Off the top of my head, I could tell you a couple stats. You know, I've been having a couple of them, but I don't think I have any with me right now.
Okay. Bryce Thornton, 37-yard interception for a touchdown, which I missed while trying to find the game. By the time I found it, he had already done it.
Oh no, Carlos.
Yeah. Jordan Ball, a 4-yard run. Who else? Trey Smack, the 56-yard field goal. Trey had a bad game. I don't know what was going on with Trey. Making the long ones but missing the short ones kind of has me like worried. I hope he can fix his leg within the next 2 weeks, because if not, we're in trouble.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was super uncharacteristic. And Napier mentioned that, you know, he's not too worried. So I don't think we should be worried either, to be honest. But it was a tough night.
Yeah, and obviously we got the last score from Taylor S., which I was surprised. I was like, are they really going to throw it? But he let them. So because Shelton asked Coach Kirk if he's really going to score 70, and he's like, Billy's not that type of coach. So once he knows that the game's over, he's not going to put the foot on the neck. And I was like, darn it, I could have made the 70 prediction.
Yeah, but, I mean, it was I wasn't expecting it. I don't think anyone was expecting it. Even Napier. I don't know how much Napier was expecting it, because after the press conference, or the post-game press conference, he said something like, I felt bad about it. So I think that was kind of, it might have been more of Tramel's idea than anyone else's, but it was 55 is better than 48. So I was excited to see it.
I wanted the 70 because it was on track to hit the 70. And yeah. You probably were thinking about me at the game.
Definitely, I was.
Carlos said 70. He's about to hit it.
At the start, it was looking really good. I mean, you got the Bryce. It was Bryce Thornton fumble recovery, not interception.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, it felt like we started the game up 14 already. You know what I mean? Like, it was like the game just started and we were already up. So I was feeling excited for sure.
Some stats. Tramel went 12 of 18 for 131 yards, 2 touchdowns. I'm just gonna read off the Gator stats because we don't need to know about LIU. Ball went 9 carries for 104 yards, 1 touchdown. BB3, 3 receptions for 79 yards. I thought he had more, but obviously not, because that amazing catch made it look like it was more.
He made him count. That's for sure.
Yep. That when he made that catch, it reminded me of the Super Bowl right away. Okay, let me see. Anybody else here that's... Do you have the time of possession?
I do not. I do not have the time of possession. I believe if I was to guess, I'm pretty sure Florida dominated. I mean, there was a lot.
Yeah, we dominated. Well, I'm trying to find the time of possession here. I had it here. This is the box score, team stats. Okay. 3rd down efficiency, LIU 1 of 12. Florida 7 for 13. 4th down efficiency, LIU 0 of 1. Florida never went to 4th down, so 0 of 0. Total yards, 87 for LIU. 451 for Florida. Passing, 49 for LIU, 251 for Florida. Attempts, 4 of 11 for LIU, 27 of 36 for Florida. Passing yards, 4.5 for LIU, 7 for Florida on average. Interceptions thrown, 0 of 0. Rushing, 200 for Florida, 38 for LIU. Rush per carry, 5.3 for Florida, 1.2 for LIU. Penalties, 12 for LIU for 100 yards. We had no penalties.
That was a big talking point. That was, I mean, I've never seen Florida have no penalties. That was awesome.
I've never seen that either. And 2 fumbles for LIU. So, time of possession. LIU 25 minutes and 33 seconds. Florida 34 with 27 seconds. So basically 9 minutes and some change. which is
And
pretty good.
closer than I thought. But I mean, you got to consider Florida was a lot more explosive, and LIU was a lot more.
Anything you saw on the field that we didn't see on TV?
Yeah, I would say for me personally, the number one thing that I saw being down there, you know, in the camera, in the bushes, basically, was I was really impressed with Jaden Woods. I was watching a lot of Jaden Woods early on just because we've heard about him all through camp. We've seen him in camp balling out. And, I mean, I tweeted about it. There was one play where he drove his offensive lineman like 20 yards back and put him on his behind to